where I experience a lot of, I don't want to say it's not unprofessional, but it's more so I don't always leave extremely satisfied, is with African hair braiding salons. Welcome back to my channel. It's Malaya B. Today we're just having girl talk. We're just having girl talk, simple girl talk. I want to talk about the beauty service industry and their unprofessionalism, and I want to talk about our self-care nightmares because I know we all have them. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so what sparked me to do this video and to talk about this today was because I did my own hair. I did this myself. This is a flip over quick weave. Okay, I think I did a pretty good job. It looks really good. I had to try to figure out like what was going to work for me, like what style, if I should do like a little side thing, a little baby hair, or if I should just do like a band, not a bandana, but like, you know, like a little headband thing, where my hair and the weave meets. But I think I did a pretty good job, you know, I like it. But yeah, so it made me think about all the times that I've experienced unprofessionalism in the beauty service industry, and how many times I wished I knew how to do certain things because I just wouldn't go to anybody. I would just do it myself. But I'm not one of those girls that is gonna sit down and put a full weave in her head. That's just not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find someone that can do it. But things like this that are like quick and easy, I think I can definitely handle. So yes. But I wanted to first talk about the hair industry. I have been seeing so many girls, women on the internet talk about how they experience unprofessionalism with all the industries, honestly. But I think hair and makeup to me are the most important, because that's your mug, you know what I'm saying? And if that is not right, I could see how it could throw someone off, you know, and not make them feel their best. And the whole purpose of beauty care and self-care is to feel your best, because when you look your best, you feel your best. So I'm seeing women talk about how people are canceling on them last minute. People are showing up late with no regard. It's crazy out there. And I hate that we've come to a place where people have a talent and they're just doing it solely for the money. There's no passion in it, and they're their own boss. So no one can tell them anything. No one can say, hey, like, you should operate this way, or maybe you should offer this as a courtesy. It's kind of just like, I'm my own boss, nobody can tell me nothing, whatever the case may be. And I think that's a poor way to handle your business, especially when you're a service-based business. I don't have a hair horror story, but I do remember when I was trying to get my hair done for Valentine's Day. This was years ago. And the girl, the way she spoke, it just threw me off, because I didn't understand, like, I don't know, it's just, to me, I think there's a way in which you speak, especially when you're conducting business. And she kind of was just talking as if she was talking to, I guess, one of her homegirls or one of her homeboys from off the street. So it was Valentine's Day. I want to say, well, it wasn't that, I don't think it was the actual day, but it was around the time of Valentine's Day, because I was doing my hair for Valentine's Day because I was going out. And I remember this girl. She was really good. She was in my neighborhood. I didn't know her personally, but my best friend at the time, like, he knew everybody. So I was like, friend, can you contact this girl to see if she could do my hair? Because I don't know, if I write her, I might not get a response, because again, she was really popular. She was doing a really good job with hair at the time, and I want her to do my hair. So he reached out to her for me. He got me her number. I texted her and I was just like, hey, I'm so-and-so's friend. You know, I wanted to, you know, I was inquiring about getting my hair done. I don't know if it was on that particular day or if it was like a day or two before. So she kind of was like, okay, I'll let you know. I'll confirm with you, whatever the case may be. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I went, I got the hair, and I don't need to get my hair done regardless. So whether she did it or somebody else did it, I needed to get the hair. So I remember, and I got a ticket that day. Oh my gosh, I remember, and I beat it. Shout out to me. So I went to get my hair. There was this hair factory in the Bronx called Bronx Hair. I used to go there and get like the hair that they, you know, they can make it for you, or they can blend it for you, I should say. And I remember time, you know, the day was going by and I was like, this girl has not reached out to me yet. She has not called me. She has not texted me. She hasn't given me an update on whether she can do my hair or not. So I took it upon myself and I reached out to her. So I texted her, and this is me paraphrasing. I don't remember the exact words, but I remember what she said back to me. But I reached out to her just to see if she was going to be able to do my hair. And I was just like, hey, you know, so-and-so, just checking in to see if you're gonna be able to do my hair today. How is it looking? And her response was, it's looking slow. And I don't know if, again, because, you know, I'm from the town, you know, that she felt, I don't know, like comfortable to speak like that. To me, it was unprofessional. Because what if I wasn't, you know, up on the hood vernacular? What if I didn't know what it's slow meant? I didn't know what it meant. So I just was like, okay. Yeah, you know? I didn't really like that because I was just like, who talks like that? You know, but whatever. I didn't go to her. I ended up getting my hair done by someone else, and that was it. But I will say, where I experienced a lot of, I don't want to say it's not unprofessional, but it's more so I don't always leave extremely satisfied, is with African hair braiding salons. And I'm actually a little bit taken back because they are the ones that know how to start a braid with your hair and then add the hair in. And I'm finding that when I go for like knotless braids, or when I go for certain things, like it just doesn't always come out the way I want it to. Now I understand that I might show them a picture and it's not going to look exactly the same as the person I'm showing them. So I'm not saying to give me the exact thing, but they will just do their own thing. I remember one time I went to get these boho braids. She asked me how long I wanted it. Now, you know, depending on the length determines the price. And I told her mid-back, you know, I don't really like hair like touching my butt or past my butt. I just think it's, I'm not that tall. I'm also like not that short. So I just don't like it. Above my back is like where my max is. And I was there getting my hair braided. And they started speaking, it was two women. And they started speaking to each other in their language. And I see her, like, you know, she's taking the braid and she's like looking at it because the braid is so long. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be here for, I was there for a very long time because the braids were so long. I'm trying to find a picture and put it if I can't, but I'm gonna try to find a picture. It was so long. I would never in my life sign up to get braids that long, like ever. It was so long. I was there for a very long time. And then she asked me like, oh, like, okay, we can just cut it. I was like, no, you're not. Like, you're not cutting it. I didn't sit here all these hours for you to braid my hair this long and then for you to cut it. Like, absolutely not. I have so many braids in my hair, it's not gonna look right. And again, it was boho braids. So I was just like, lady, yeah, no, we're not doing that. But again, I just kind of like almost never leave satisfied. I went to this salon in Harlem not too long ago and I showed her again some braids. A lot of this particular salon, I don't think they like to do small braids. I have very fine, like textured hair, so my hair is like thin. So I don't like big braids because my hair is thin. So I like small or medium sized braids. This particular salon, I guess they kind of don't like to do they don't like to do small braids. So I'm showing her the braids of, again, my inspiration photo. If y'all ever, I'm never gonna show y'all the picture, but if y'all ever seen the parts that this lady gave me, and there's a girl sitting next to me and she's getting her hair braided, and I'm just like, her braids are smaller than mine. And the lady who was braiding the girl next to me's hair, she was doing a really good job. And I'm just like, this lady is almost done with my hair. And when I came in, this girl was getting her hair done and I'm gonna leave before her. That doesn't make any sense to me. So my braids have to be bigger. And this girl had more hair than me. So I know for a fact she was braiding my hair big. She started off kind of small in the back, and then as she started getting up closer, she started making them bigger. My parts were all over the place, and that's one thing I don't like about the Africans. I have nothing against them personally, but this is just, again, my hair experience with them. The place that I've gone to, they don't pre-part your hair. They free part your hair. Pre-parting your hair is going to give you the idea of your, you know, if it's gonna be straight and that your head is symmetrical. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to have 4 braids on this side and 6 braids on this side. Like, it's just not gonna look right. And that's essentially what she did. My parts, some of my parts were square, some of my parts were rectangle, and you know, we had a interaction before I left, and she's like, oh, you like it? And I was like, no, I don't. She's like, I was like, no, I want to take it out. I'm not gonna sit here and do all of this. I had to go to work that night as well, so I was just so annoyed. I think I wore those braids in a ponytail. I think I had it for like 2 weeks, and I took it out. So the lady who I guess owns the shop or runs the shop, I don't know if one of the other ladies I was there told her like, hey, whoever, you know, the customer that just left from so-and-so doing her hair, she had a negative interaction. So the lady, the owner, or again, the whoever's managing the shop, she texted me, and she just was like, hey, you just left the salon, the light-skinned lady did your hair, did you like it? And I was like, no. And I showed her, I'm like, this is what I showed her that I wanted, and this is what she gave me. These braids are significantly bigger than what I asked for. I said, and the parts are not straight. And she's like, you know, can you take a picture? So I was on my way home, and when I got there, I showed her the picture, and she was like, you know, when you if you would like to come back another time, I'll give you $40 off your next, you know. So I was like, okay, you know what, that's the incentive for me to come back. I said, but if I come back, you have to braid my hair. And she said, okay, no problem. And she did, and it was way better. So again, with the Africans, I know that they operate very fast. They're braiding all day. I don't think that they have the capacity to like take their time. So I'm not completely knocking them, but I also feel like if you're in the service industry, you have to, people care about their appearance. They care what they look like. I could be going to a photo shoot, it could be my birthday, it could be whatever. If you mess up my hair, my whole mood is blown. You know what I'm saying? So that's that on the hair.